So I went to eat and I was eating with my teammates. And then one of them goes like, yo, congrats, you got drafted for Rebels. And I'm like, no way. You thought he was playing with me. No, you're not. And then the other guy's like, yeah, Twitter. And he saw me in Twitter, the Twitter of Ryder or whatever, like José Aguinaga drafted. And I remember I was like, fuck yeah, like what the hell? Let me see that. And
Yes, sir. I'm your host, Leroy, and welcome back to The Insight. But before we start, could you make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for any new content that will be coming your way very soon. But without further ado, enjoy the pod. Let's fast forward to draft day. Did you know that you're going to get drafted?
so I played PDL with New York Rebels and obviously Seattle with you.
Yeah.
And I remember when I went, I did really good in the PDL Rebels under 23, and I got to train with the first team a couple of times. And then I had a friend, Florian Balo, that is still there playing. That he didn't get drafted, but he joined the team, the second team, the Rebels 2.
Yeah.
And I guess through that they would come to watch our games, and they knew who I was, so I went and did very good in the Rebels PDL. And then once senior year was over, they invited me. I was waiting to get to the combine, but they didn't even invite me to the combine, which like sometimes I don't like. I wonder if it's good or bad because I know a lot of like people that goes to the combine and they get drafted by another team and they don't get signed there, and then it's just a whole mess. Because that's crazy. Because I was pretty bummed when I didn't get called to the combine, but when I did go to the Red Bull combine, and they pretty much they told me like, yeah, we are like, if nobody else drafts you, we think we're gonna draft you, you know.
Oh, okay.
So going in there, I knew like even if I wasn't in the combine, like I probably was gonna get drafted by them, which like obviously you don't know until it happens. But then obviously when it happened, I was like really happy. It was especially at right there. I think it was nobody. There's only 2 people that got drafted, and I am one of them. So that was like pretty
damn,
big.
that's sick.
Yeah, that was fun. Like that's big. Even though like now, like Flo obviously is playing MLS and he's a fantastic player.
Yeah.
But I think for me getting drafted is like it was something really special.
So Flo was at Ryder as well?
Yeah, he was my roommate.
Oh, you guys were the same time?
Yes. So we
Oh.
got there the same year, but he was when he got there, he was a transfer from France, and he was a junior. So he played his junior and senior year with me as a freshman and sophomore, and we were roommates.
No,
So
because
that
I
was like,
remember when we were at Seattle, we
yeah,
watched him. We watched him play, isn't it?
yeah,
Mad.
yeah. No, it's bro. He did 2 years at the second team, and it was always that he was gonna make the first team. And since he signed, he was not hasn't had the best luck because obviously he did his ACL twice.
Yeah.
But now he's back, and after 2 years, and he's like killing it. He's such a great player and even a better person. Like, yeah, one of my best friends.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. Where were you when obviously it got called that you've been drafted? Like, where were you?
I remember I was in the dining hall. You know, there's like this place where we go, like cafeteria, whatever. We go to eat, and that was the draft, like the third and fourth round where I was expecting to get drafted.
Yeah.
And I was like, watching, and then I was like doing homework or whatever, and I was like, I'm just gonna go eat.
Yeah.
See, like I will, whatever happens, happens. So I went to eat, and I was eating with my teammates, and then one of them goes like, "Yo, congrats, you got drafted for Rebels," and I'm like, "No way." You thought he was playing with me. No, you're not. And the other guy's like, "Yeah, Twitter," and he saw me in Twitter, the Twitter of Ryder or whatever, like José Aguinaga drafted, and I remember I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Like what the hell? Let me see that, and then I went to my house and check it out. And then I go in the way to my house. I got called by the coach.
Yeah.
Congratulations, blah blah blah. And then I obviously call my family and tell them. They were pretty happy. Pretty happy that yeah.
Damn, man. So obviously after draft, how quick do you have to go in for training? Because obviously you still had a semester left.
Yeah, I think they were saying like the first team was already in Florida for training, so they were like, "We want you probably like if we end up signing you, you're gonna play for the second team." Um, So the second team started like from that day I got drafted for like 2 weeks. I
Yeah.
had like 2 weeks or a week. I don't really remember, but I had like a good amount of time to like go and start the preseason with the second team. So that was nice.
Damn, man, that's sick. So how was your experience at Red Bull? Because you guys did really well that year, didn't you?
Yeah, we went all the way to the final of the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did pretty well. We had a great team. I think New York Rebels. I don't know how this year how they do now. I don't think they're doing that good, but they always do pretty good in the USL. I think they have younger guys this year,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
it was great. First professional experience, a lot of talent, a lot of training with the first team too, which is obviously amazing. Have the
Yeah.
opportunity, great facility, great coaching and stuff. It was a really good experience. Yeah, it was. The system that they play was hard for me, I think, to adapt. That's kind of why I didn't stay, because it's a very like physical running all the time and like not keeping the ball too much, and
Yeah.
I like to have the ball in my feet, maybe a little bit too much.
What do you call it? So when you were training with the first team, how was that level compared to when you were training with the second team? Was it much of a difference, or was it easy for you?
Yeah, I think it's like obviously noticeable. Whenever a first time guy came and played with us, you could tell the difference. I think they're just like more physical, like faster, quicker, stronger, better with the ball. Just
Yeah.
like one or two levels above you. But I think if like anyone that trains there can catch up. But obviously physically, especially physically, that's not like what I notice the most
Yeah.
compared like with us.
Damn. So okay. So now you finished your time at Red Bull, and now you've gone to Phoenix.
Yep.
Why Phoenix?
Well, I guess like when they told me I wasn't gonna resign with Red Bulls, it was kind of like, now what?
Yeah.
And I go reach out by a couple agents, and then through like a friend, John Baquero, who's actually here, I called him and he was like, "Well, I have my agent. Maybe he can help you out." And he actually did. He he contacted with Phoenix and he was like, "I think this is one of the best teams in the USL. I think it'd be really good for you if you go there." For me, a contract signed came, and actually was really happy to do that move, because last year was also a great year for me.
Yeah. Yeah. How was your experience at Phoenix? Because you had a good team, fam. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we drew with you guys first game 3-3. That was
yeah,
an
that was
intense game.
that that was our first game. I remember that was crazy game. But we
Yeah.
struggled the first 4 games or 5. I don't think we won a game in the first 5. We were
Yeah.
like 2-0, 2-1 or something like that. And like, yeah, we didn't win a game for 5 games. And obviously, it's like we were struggling a little bit, and then we kind of changed our formation. Kind of got it together, and since then started winning, and we got that crazy streak for 20 wins. That was crazy.
Yeah, man. Talk me through how was it during that time? Because not many people get to experience, let's say, championship teams or like creating history like that. Like, what does
Yeah,
it take on a day to day from everybody in order to do that?
yeah. I mean, that's a good question. I think we didn't really think, or at least personally, the first like 1 to 10 is like you don't really think. You just go, like game by game.
Yeah,
You just, I think it was 11 the record, something like that.
yeah,
So the first like obviously you start winning, you just keep playing, and then when you get to like 7, 8, you're like, oh yeah, I think the record is 11. All right, let's try to get it right. And then we got that, and then I was like, okay, now every game we're just gonna enjoy it. And it went all the way to 20, and it was crazy. Like there was some games that we didn't even know how, but we won.
yeah. I
Which I
remember.
think
I was
is,
thinking, what?
yeah, I remember against you guys, right? 1-0, I think it was, or 2-1.
That was a mad game. We should have beat you still.
It was like 90th minute, right? Solo got a free kick. That was a crazy game, yeah. That was
Yeah,
like towards the end too, I think.
yeah.
Like, yeah, it was crazy. That game was crazy. Yeah, I'm telling you that I think at home we still are this year. It's just at home is with the heat. Like if you're not used to playing in this heat, like it's gonna get to you. And
Yeah,
and then also we start with press. We also like to press. We're very physical. It's hard to keep up with it, especially at home. And then away, we were just like, I don't know. We were on that like straight. We're like, no matter who it is, we're gonna just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep
yeah.
winning, keep winning. And we got to 20. It's crazy, man.
That's sick. Well, how did obviously the streak had to end? How was the mood when it ended?
I mean, we knew it was gonna end it, which is obviously pretty bummed. I think it was RSL. I think that's actually that's the team that beat us in the semifinal and
Yeah,
playoffs. But yeah, it was a couple of games we knew we weren't playing like against you guys, a bunch of other teams that we knew we probably shouldn't have won, even though we were winning.
yeah,
So we knew it was coming. I think that's kind of what you know happened. Like we knew it was coming. We really didn't change much. If we thought we were just gonna win because we were in that crazy straight, and then we just lost that game. The game that both games I think we we should have lost the two games that we lost.
yeah, man. So now fast forward it to this year. Obviously, you guys are now back playing somewhat of a mix and match
Yeah,
season. How is it being back?
it's great, man. Like obviously, for us this year we have a lot of players, we have a lot of talent. So like playing West has been a little more difficult for me. Where like last year I was just starting all the time. This year is not like that,
Yeah,
but it's part of the competition, and I think we're doing good. We're first right now. There's like 4 games left. Can't wait to get if we get hopefully clinch that playoff position, and then in the playoffs, you know how it is. It's one game where anything can happen, and we just have to be ready for it.
no, for sure. Who's your next game?
We play San Diego at home.
San Diego. There is that the new team?
Yep, that's the
How,
new
how
team.
how are they? Are they good? Or have you played them before?
Yeah, yeah, we beat them at home 2-0.
Yeah,
But I think they haven't lost actually since we beat them because they had 3 new players.
yeah,
That's the coach is Donovan, I think, Landon Donovan, right? The player, I think that's his name. He was like a big player, American player, and he's the coach for them. I think they're a really good team. They play very well, try to keep the ball. They've been in a straight, they haven't lost since we beat them, I think, which is like a couple games.
yeah,
But we'll see. I think we're still very strong at home.
yeah. How is it playing that like mix and match like season right now? Because obviously you got games like every 3-4 days.
I
Like,
mean, it's better than not playing for sure, but it's just like we play. I think we ended up like we play Vegas 3 times, like Saturday, or something like that. Like in 3 weeks, like we play 3 times each one in our group, and it's just a lot.
yeah, 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 for sure.
It's a
Um,
lot. Like playing 2 times against everybody is a lot. My roommate.
nah, nah.
No, you're good.
So like the last bit, I always like ask. I have a like advice section on how like different players deal with different things. So, how do you deal with criticism?
Um, same. I think the same way you do with anyone who's like trying to like hype you up.
Yeah,
You just like if you like care too much about it, then when everybody's hyping you up, you're gonna think you're like something that you probably aren't. So just the same way you deal with anyone who's trying to hype you up.
true. How do you deal with not playing when you think you should be playing?
That's the toughest. That's the toughest part for a soccer player, I think.
Yeah.
Just trying to like work hard and not be like having a good attitude at training and try to be ready when the team needs you.
Okay.
Okay.
If there was anything you could change in your career so far, what would it be?
I think I would change when I was a younger 15, 16-year-old, the time you start going out and like having your first girlfriend or whatever, and you complain. I personally think I complain too much about like I have to go training, I can go out because tomorrow I have a game, all these things. When I
Yeah.
instead should have taken it more seriously and obviously train harder.
No, for sure. And then if you could give any advice to any young players wanting to aspire to be a professional footballer like you, what would you say to them?
Just like enjoy the sport and obviously work hard and never give up. I think for me that's like a motto. Like I've been told no a couple of times and I'm still here trying.
Yeah,
So that's the main thing. No matter how many no's they're gonna tell you, you only need one yes. So for me that's the main thing.
no, that's good, man. All right, bro. Thank you so much for your time.
Of course, man. Nice to
Um,
see you, bro. Nice
no, for sure. It's
that you're
been
doing good.
ages. Nah, I'm good, man. Just chilling, really. Obviously my injury, I'm still trying to get back from that, but
Yeah,
as soon as I'm back for that, then I'll be all good.
that's good, man. We need
Yeah.
that. We need that left foot, you know.
The left foot. Oh, you still remember Seattle?
Of course, we made that goal. I think I remember. It was fucking great. Just
Yeah,
punching there.
I still remember that stuff. Do you know what's crazy? I think I saw on my like phone or something. I think that was like 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's something like that. I mean, it goes crazy. Time goes crazy.
Yeah.
But it was a great. I think that was one of the greatest summer I had, man. Like being in Seattle,
Yeah.
like 21. Like, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. But we'll definitely catch up like now and
Of
again,
course,
man.
mate. Of course, just let me know, bro.
No, for sure. Thank you so much for your time, man. I appreciate it.
Of course, brother. Glad you're doing good, man.
Thank you, man. You too.
All right, take care, mate.
I guess it would have been the Thursday in training that week when, you know, you're lining up looking and you see yourself in the starting 11 and you're like, oh, okay, you know, now you got to get ready.